Hello everyone. This is Strekk with yet another broadcast, and I think the intro just told you who are we going to be with, right? So today's episode is one with with whom we have been building for a while, which is Incentiv, right? They just recently launched their mainnet, and there's a lot to unpack, right? I can talk about this, but I think let's get the man on the stage who has been building this for a while, right? And he can tell us so much about it. So let's get Shine on the stage. Hello.
How you guys
So,
doing? Strekk, thanks a lot for having me here, bro.
so
We are,
thanks a lot for taking our time for us, man. How have you been?
bro, we've been cooking. We've been cooking hard, like a lot of stuff's coming on our way daily, like a lot of challenges, building a layer one.
Yeah.
Whoever told you guys that is easy, it's not that easy.
Yeah.
But we keep pushing, like everything good.
Yeah, man, definitely. And we have been looking at, what you've been cooking. So for those who don't know you yet, right? I don't know, maybe there might be some people, you know, how would you introduce yourself and your role at Incentive?
Yeah, basically I'm Shine for those who don't know me, but my role on Incentive is growth, right? Everything as growth, user acquisition, like maintaining different type of go-to-market strategies, different type of approaches that we do. Like I'm a janitor most of the. I don't have a role. Like I do everything that are acquired, Q&A and everything else. But it's been a fun journey, and this is basically this is how I grew myself into the space and in business world mostly. Like is that type of thing that I can't do just one thing. Is I need to be everywhere in order for me to be pleased with what's happening. Like on the vision that we have for Incentive.
So give us like let me put you on the spot. Give us like an elevator pitch, right? What
So
is Incentive and why does it exist?
no, this is the beauty of Incentive, because even on an elevator pitch, like it can be explained as the revolution of incentivizing on chain, right? Incentive is a layer one blockchain with AVM compatible on a proof of work consensus with a counter transaction natively implemented on the protocol. What does this mean is that as a EVM, as a layer one EVM, all the builders, like who've been building for a long time now on different type of networks as Ethereum, like base layer networks, they can start building on Incentive right away. It's easy to be integrated, and also to start operating right away on Incentive as a proof of work consensus, because this is the beauty of Incentive for having the decentralization on as an important layer, like on the consensus, and also security as well. And to make it way simple for those who don't know how to interact on chain, like, and how to like explore the whole vibes, and also the whole type of path on chain. We pushed implementing the advanced account abstraction natively on the protocol, which means that
Hmm.
now everyone can open a wallet with only their Face ID, like, or biometric keys or whatever, and also at the same time, the account abstraction features, which maybe we can elaborate more on those afterwards, is that. It makes it easily even for the DApps that are being built on Incentive, because our SDK supports it natively, and everyone who's building on Incentive, like, can implement the account abstraction native on their DApp, and also having that type of vibe of easy
Hmm.
onboarding and easy interacting with on chain, like on
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Yeah. So with respect to incentive, I think you just gave a hint that you made it easier for people to just get themselves onboarded, right? So
Yeah.
was that one of the problems which made you think that you need to build incentive?
Exactly. So the thing is that we see a lot of people. I've been in the space for a long time now. Like, since
Yeah. Hmm.
early days of Ethereum and Ethereum mining and all of those things. And everyone, like, since we remember that people start building on blockchain, everyone was
Yeah.
talking about the blockers on mass onboarding, right? And adapting to the needs, or to the daily
Yeah.
routine of those who are not like native type of tech guys, and also those who don't know exactly how to interact, like, with any type of tech beside opening a Facebook or Instagram and stuff, and I've been hearing a lot of people, and it was a cliche, and still is a cliche, like, of mentioning the mass onboarding and ways to mass onboard. A lot of people tried, like, different type of attractive campaigns, different type of ads, commercials, whatever everyone was contributing, like, towards that, but none of them was touching the main thing that it needs to be touched, like the infrastructure to be simplified. And, we said, okay, after we saw that it was Ethereum Foundation who first proposed, like, account abstraction on the space. But I'm not saying that they didn't manage to pull it off, but on most of the protocols, it has to be implemented as the third-party contract. We doubled down on that. We said, okay, if we believe that the world needs to adopt blockchain, we need to build something for it. Like, and we need at least to sparkle the brain of like, getting people
Yeah.
build something for like, mass onboarding, and also adopting on daily routines, like the on-chain usage as well. And we said, okay, but we need to make it secure, right? We had a proof of stake consensus on the testnet version 1, where we said, okay, now if we want to make it this easy accessible, and this easy onboarding and stuff, the security needs to be decentralized. Like, it's not that we need to maintain that. And on the version 2, we changed the consensus as well, which we're going to talk, I believe, for that afterwards. But this was the main problem. I hate, me as a nature, like, I hate talking too much on what the solution can be, because I'm not a content creator, like, and none of our teams are content creators to start farming engagements on how the mass onboarding can be. And we had to take actions, right? We had to say, yo, we can build this. We have the team, we have the
Yeah.
developers, we have the engineers, we have everyone else. Let's build this, and let's showcase how easy it is to interact with the blockchain. So yeah, that was the main narrative, initial narrative, why we saw like incentive.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No, awesome, man. Awesome. You know, let's go a little back, right? Because obviously incentive wasn't just somebody snapped a finger, it came into being, right? Obviously there must be a lot of work behind the scenes, testnet and everything, and I really want to understand that,
Yeah.
right? So walk us through the journey that from the first testnet and from where we are today. Where were your major milestones throughout this journey?
Yeah, so before now, I need to address some stuffs as well, because people know me that I don't give a single fuck about anyone or any other opinion that is not facts, right? And I
Yeah.
need to address some stuff. Before the testnet, we started growing like big, like
Yeah.
the whole type of narrative of easy onboarding, like incentivizing and stuff. It was a blocker for a lot of bad actors on the space, like, which we saw a lot of FUD happening about incentive, like, in people talking shit. And
Yeah.
at the same time, the thing is that there were no facts. We didn't prove ourselves at all when the FUD started. When people were talking shit. And no one was saying anything. Everything that people were saying was baseless. And we said, okay, we're not stopping. We don't give a fuck about those motherfuckers who are farming engagements, right? It's not our thing. And we are not content creators. I don't get excited from someone getting 1,000 likes or 500 likes or whatever, like on their posts. And we're gonna continue building this shit. And we said we have the testnet version 1, dropping the testnet version 1, and we had that type of vibe of over 2 million users joining. Like the first testnet was with the proof of stake consensus and proof of authority combined as well. And we shipped right after people start talking shit. We boom drop the product. Like, look what we're building, and this is the facts, right? This is what you need to look at, and not speculate around whatever that you want to speculate. We dropped the testnet version 1, a lot of challenges, a lot of struggles, a lot of like in and outs and feedbacks, and different type of disagreement, like even inside the team of engineers for having like the most perfect like executed testnet and product as well. And it was pretty good, like zero downtime. The network was performing perfectly and everything else. And right after, instead of us stopping, like, because of those motherfuckers talking shit and saying that incentive is worthless and whatever the fuck that might say, we said no, we're not fucking stopping, because we have a mission. Like, we need to complete our duties, and also we need to build what we have as a vision. Like, it's not something that we are being forced to build. I'm not forced to build incentive, right? I'm not forced to have this going. I choose to build it, and I'm gonna build it. That's it. And we said, okay, now it's not that we are proving everyone wrong, just the testnet version 1. Let's fucking upgrade this. Let's make it a super saiyan. Like, let's go with a proof of work consensus, right? We had different type of discussions with different type of advisors on the space, like cryptographs, different type of like well connected people, well experienced people on mining, on like on secure networks, on contributor networks and stuff. And it was a huge challenge for us to build, not to build, but to prove, to move to a proof of work consensus. But thank God, like we did on testnet before we go into the mainnet, we dropped the second testnet, the version 2 of the testnet, which it was with the proof of work consensus, which, to be completely honest, I was super excited and also super scared as well. Like, I was afraid as fuck, and it was the first time that happened to me, because we were having that challenge of like how much is gonna be the block average, like for incentive. And we were expecting somewhere around 15 seconds, 20 seconds, whatever, like average block creation on the space. When we dropped it, it got maintained at 5 seconds block average. Like, and also it's super fucking smooth executions of transactions, super smooth execution of different other actions on the portal and stuff. And we said, okay, we are on set. Let's start, like maintaining and building the mainnet as well. After a while we had this, like the whole testing on the proof of work consensus and everything else, we said that now is the time for the mainnet, right? And the beauty of it is that incentive, just like I told before, is a advanced account abstraction natively on the protocol, which most of the layer ones don't have it. And now I need to go back on the previous launches on the space that happened. None of the layer ones had this type of luxury, like as a team, to drop the mainnet first without the token. And this happened. This was possible for incentive because of account abstraction native on the protocol. A lot of people don't understand this, but I strongly believe that you guys gonna be forced to understand this. How powerful is incentive, like, and also how much like features incentive has in order to make the experience smooth and stuff. And why we decided to drop the mainnet before TGE or Epoch 1, how we call it on incentive community, is because I wanted to prove on-chain usage, right? I wanted to. We see a lot of launches, like that happened recently, and most of them have like layer ones or layer twos or whatever that you want to call them. Most of them, right after they were attached to a price action, which that price action has a lot of layers to dump the shit up, like and the thing is that as soon as you have a price that is just dumping, and you haven't proved usage yet, you haven't proved that your mainnet is the best one, you haven't proved anything yet, there's no fundamentals built there, right? There's no fundamental. Everyone going to just judge your product because of the price that you're having. And now the price is not reflecting on your product because you didn't prove yet usage and also everything you had to prove, like for this to increase the demand for the token as well. And now we dropped the mainnet, and the mainnet, it was a super fucking successful launch, and now of course we dropped privately first on the community, where we had over 40,000 users, like doing transactions daily, and like operating on chain and farming, and like using the network. And 100% of them bridged at least once, which is a fucking crazy number, like is something that even on networks who have, like millions and millions of users, there's no active users as Incentive has, right? We are focused not on the inflated numbers, we are focused on actual usage. We dropped the incentive mainnet, everything working perfectly, like people executing transactions, doing operations, farming, the XP system, the mystery boxes, like all the good things. And we did a public campaign as well, where we doubled up the numbers of active wallets and created wallets, which right now we are sitting at 120,000, 130,000 users, something like that, which all of them at least bridged, all of them at least used once incentive, and all of them are coming back again to experience the whole thing. And now a lot of DApps are being built on incentive. Some of them are public on the incentive arena, where you can see on the portal that you can interact with and stuff. But there's a lot of good things that are coming in, like from different type of developers that I've been talking continually with them, and also different other DApps that have actual user base on other networks that want to switch on incentive, which is a yeah, which is a great motivation for us as well. Not for anything, but it validates that our models, our economic models, our business model are inside the protocol is working perfectly. Also for the other entities, like to utilize it and also to be built with incentive. So yeah, that was a journey, like in 5-10 minutes that
Yeah.
had those
Yeah.
lives.
Yeah. So, like amazing journey, man. But
Yeah.
with this usage of your platform, right? What first comes to my mind is the community,
Yeah.
right? So let's dive into the role which the community played in incentive, because I know that you're the kind of person who keeps on getting feedback from the community,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So walk me through the multiple phases, and how was it with the community and how their feedback shaped the product like this.
Bro, the thing is that community for us is everything. And I'm not saying this just like other projects, like that say, yo, we have the community for us is the number. No, actually,
Yeah.
on numbers, on papers, on consensus, on
Yeah.
protocol, like level, community is the most important thing for us, right?
Yeah.
And we heard a lot of feedback. We had a lot of feedbacks, like while on the mainnet, testnet, and everything else, which helped us a lot to improve the experience on chain. Like helped us a lot to improve the experience on like interacting with incentive, and also having this type of vibe of like community using it, community giving feedbacks, and us all the time, like being there to maintain and also improve all the experiences on the like on the mainnet. Now I need to mention this because incentive has zero VCs behind, right? And now the thing is that VCs are one of the I'm not to blame any of the venture capital firms or any of the institutions as well, but the thing is that their business model is to make profits, right? and it's not that they care that much about the community, it's not that they care that much about the project or anything else, like the main purpose is to be profitable for their clients or their portfolios as well. So we have no VCs, we have no excitement, like over the team. We are making this type of launch as a community type of launch. Even the Epoch one is going to be a community type of launch, where the community going to have the upsides rather than the VCs or other institutions. And it's worth to mention that we are super powerful in Japan community, where 99% of the investors are Japanese, and there's a lot of support, like on our Japan community, and they are active as fuck, like on everything that's happening. Also in other regions as well, like Indonesia, Nigeria, like Europe, United States, Balkans, and everywhere else, that we have different type of local community leaders, like that we are continually in touch with them, and also improving the experience for every single one of them. Now, Incentive also is going to come with in different. The portal of Incentive is going to be upgraded on other languages as well, beside English, so it can be like supported on that type of way, like on all the communities as well. Oh, we have Abdul here. How you doing, motherfucker? God damn.
Bro, I decided to fuck it, it is what it is.
Bro, we can do South Radio all the fucking time.
How you doing, guys? GM.
We cooking, bro. We fucking.
TM.
Not gonna lie, guys, like I thought I so shy in like talking. I wanted to back this guy up because we've been building for 1 year right now.
Yeah.
And he is just one of the realest persons in the space. Let's call it that way. So yeah, I trust in this guy. I trust in this guy. Sorry to interrupt, but I can like annoy you in the podcast. I'm just here to annoy. By the way, I'm not here to say anything in benefit. I'm just here to annoy. So yeah, go ahead.
I love you, man.
So, let's get to the point where when was the time where you felt like that now it's getting hard to build, and how did you overcome that feeling and push through it?
There's no time like that, bro. Is I never had a time like that, and of course some team members have it, like most of the time where we have. But me as Shine, my motivation is at all time high all the time. Like I don't nothing impacts me on orders of what I'm gonna do on my daily routine. Like it's not like that. I don't get excited from tweets. I don't get excited from new narratives. I don't get excited from anything that's going around. Like my thesis is that I wake up in the morning, I need to get things done, like, and I need to push forward for the coming 10 years. And this is how I operate for a long time now. I'm so fucking lucky that I have Arben and Agon and other team members, like Anton and Roy and everyone else, like as part of this type of mindset, where nothing is breaking, like us, and in order to execute our vision as well. Now, the thing is that a lot of people, and I said this on the tweet as well. If I was, I don't. Now, the other thing is that I'm super straightforward, and maybe I can get in trouble from my legal team while saying this. But the thing is that me as a trader, because I'm a trader as well, and as a builder and stuff like that, I would bet hard on Incentive. Nothing didn't break us, right? We had different type of challenges, different type of people talking shit, different type of like whatever. We kept pushing, we kept delivering. And now imagine on beer market, a lot of fucking layer ones or protocols or projects or whatever, like they start getting disappointed, they start getting tired, they start getting like it's not worth it. Like a lot of projects fail, a lot of projects give up. But what we were challenged with, like all of those times, and what we overpassed, like over those times, a beer market, crash on the markets, or anything else is not gonna stop us, like, which is a fucking cookie, like with a cup of milk in the morning. It's nothing more than that. So I would bet hard on Incentive, and not just because I'm on the team, like, and also building this, but when you see a team surpassing all the challenges that they have on their way, you just bet on them that those motherfuckers going to build. Like that's the thing. And this is what you're doing for a long time now. Nothing was a hard challenge for us to say, oh, fuck this shit. We are not dealing with this anymore. Of course, there are small struggles, like on the way up, even with your wife, bro. Like it's not always going to be only good words and sex, right? It's always going to be also some like debates that you're going to have, and also have those type of vibes of thinking, why did I do that, right? But the thing is that we surpassed those. We got matured a lot on building on the space for a long time now. We know the toxicity of the space, and we know also the support that this space can give. So yeah.
Definitely, man. And I think because I know you for a while, man, so I have seen you hustle and I know you how you operate, right? But still, I felt like asking you this because I think for everybody there always comes a time where you feel like that. And it's a very natural kind of feeling, right? But let's talk about mainnet now,
Yeah.
right? As mainnet is live now, right? Let's just let's just get the word out, like what people should know about it, right? What it actually means, what's working, what users can do, and how the core systems work. So, what went live on the day one of mainnet, right? Walk us through the core systems of incentive.
Yeah, 100%. So the beauty of incentive is that every action counts. What I mean by that is that everyone who's doing actions on incentive is being counted for the upcoming rewards that incentive gonna allocate, airdrops, if you guys want to call that. So now the beauty of incentive is that we started first with only one dex integrated inside of the portal, like, and people interacting with the dex and doing sends and swaps and stuff like that. We integrated the mystery boxes to make it a gamified experience for the community, where we gave away over $100,000 till now by the mystery boxes, and also at the same time, all of those people who are doing those actions are eligible for the upcoming airdrop that incentive is gonna distribute. And beside that, we have also the other DApps on incentives, such as Papa Play, such as Vegia, such as Piggy, and other DApps as well, where every one of the DApps that is endorsed by the incentive arena, and you see on the incentive arena, if you interact with it, you're interacting on their airdrop, because they are separated from incentive, and also on incentive airdrop as well, which is a triple of or whatever, like actions that you can do in one action only, and is an experience that we are making sure to make incentive as an incentivized, like layer one, and within the initial tokenomics, and also within the initial, like economic model of incentive, without having the need to inflate or have any type of inflation afterwards to add supply or remove supply or none of that shit. Because I'm not. Yeah, I said this from the beginning. As a project, why the fuck you would do a burning mechanism first? Why the fuck you would add more supply second? Like those are just speculations for like short pump on your charts. Like it's not something that is actually gonna contribute on the economic model. A lot of people say when burn, like that's we don't burn, we redistribute, right? If we gather up fees on the network, we're gonna redistribute them to the community. Like we're gonna redistribute them to the DApps, we're gonna redistribute them to the fucking like liquidity providers, and also miners and everyone else. So it's not the thing of burning. Why did not Bitcoin add any supply or burn any supply, right? It's not about that. If we are doing an on-chain economy, we need to stick on the priorities that Satoshi told us, right? No inflation. This is the main cancer that happened on this space to now. So within those economic models, which is super fucking hard, like we managed to design and architecture that is rather, like redistributing and rewarding the contributions that are happening, than just adding more supply and burning that supply or whatever that can be. So yeah, mainnet right now on incentive is super worth it for those who are active. And I'm telling you guys that there's not going to be any exchange dumping on you guys. There's not going to be any institution dumping on you guys. Like there's not going to be any of those loan market makers who don't give a single fuck about you guys. Like they're going to dump right away. Instead of all of those, I'm going to do a super fucking hard launch, right? And I'm going to do a launch like, maybe is absurd to mention, but I want to do a launch like Hyperliquid, right? Hyperliquid has the best fucking launch, and now you can see it also on the performance that is having. So instead of all of those institutions dumping on our community, because most of the time, and I don't mind saying this publicly as well. So most of the projects that failed, like on the past 2 years, failed because of the excitement that they wanted to feel listing on Binance, right? Failed because of the excitement that they wanted to feel having a huge fucking pump, like on day one. This is the fraud type of mindset that is happening on the space, right? But not with incentive. I'm never gonna get excited listing on any of the tier one exchanges, and I never get excited having a big fucking pump, artificial pump, like and saying to the community, yo, look what we did, but the market fucked us, like that's bullshit and fraud, right? It's not something sincere, it's not something honest. So instead of those type of excitements, we decided to make a community driven layer one, where I strongly believe that on the coming 5 years, we have the potential to outperform a lot of protocols and be among the top five, like used protocols, like on the space. So yeah.
Yeah, perfect, man. Perfect. Uh, I think for the community, just to make them more understand about things, like people who are interested in, farming and all.
Yeah.
I know about the XP engine, the badges, the mystery boxes, the seasons, the box,
Yeah.
right? Can you break us down how all these connect?
So basically, every action that you do, you collect XPs, right? For
Okay.
example, you do a send, or if you send tokens from your wallet to another wallet, or if you swap tokens on incentive, or if you use Papa Play, or if you use like Vegia or whatever, you accumulate XPs on incentive as a mainnet, right? Those XPs you can rather use, like for opening mystery boxes, which also are an action on the network, right? And it's counted as an action, and also create the type of uptime, like on the mystery boxes as well. For example, what I do, for example, as Shine, while testing and stress testing and stuff, I accumulate XPs while doing transactions daily, right? Those XPs I open mystery boxes. On those mystery boxes I get 10 tokens, I get multipliers, I get like USDC, which we gave over 100,000 USDC away, like on the past month, and also other packs and more XPs as well. So the whole thing of mystery boxes is gamifying the experience, that the XPs that you're accumulating, at least it can be a currency inside of the portal, like for the mystery boxes. So this is the connection between the mystery boxes and the XPs, and also on the same time, XPs, as much as now for the Epoch Zero that we are in right now, it doesn't matter how high on the rank you are. Like it matters how much transactions you did on the testnet or on the mainnet. It's that type of vibe that every time that you do an action, a transaction which is converted to a transaction, you're going to be counted as an action on it. And yeah, XPs is mostly in portal currency, which of course is going to have like their own perks on the Epoch One. If you have more XPs, like you're going to be more a loyalty score, like on the Epoch One, which is going to continue on the coming airdrops as well. So yeah.
Yeah, all right, man. So there's so many things I want to talk to you about, right? So I'm just, yeah. So you must know about the fee redistribution, right? We all know about it. So how does that actually work in practice, right? Who earns it and how it happens?
So yeah, we have. By the way, great fucking questions. And for you guys that don't know, I didn't read the fucking scripts or questions or anything. So we are. It's. I love the questions, Rex. So the thing is that we have four entities that are important on incentive, right? One is the apps, Second is community users, you know. Third is LPs and liquidity providers and those who, you know, like do actions with their liquidity on incentive. And fourth is miners. You know, like I'm not saying I didn't mention them based on their importance, but those are the four important pillars, you know, like on incentive. And the apps who build on incentive that incentivize, you know, like more users to come in incentive and do actions on incentive, users who use those dApps, you know, like, and also incentivize other users and more usage on the blockchain, that it's gonna make sure to mature the network, you know, like on orders of being ready to scale, right? Liquidity providers for dropping liquidity on incentive, making the incentive chain as a liquid network, and also miners for securing the network and contributing on the block creations as well. So the thing is that mostly now each one of those entities gonna have their portion of from Incentive Plus, right? Incentive Plus, which we allocate 26% of the supply, you know, like to incentivize usage on incentive, where the apps who perform good gonna get airdrop continually on each epoch, you know, like based on the allocation that we rewarded. And also users who use those dApps gonna get continually rewards, you know, like from the allocation that we allocated. And liquidity providers who, you know, like move liquidity and provide liquidity on different type of wallets on incentive gonna have that type of you know, like rewarding system for their actions that they do. And also miners for of course, you know, like maintaining the network, and also for you know, like confirming blocks and etc. So this is why incentive is layer one, where every action counts, you know, like all the layers that all the pillars that make a network grow and scale and mature going to be continually main pillars, you know, like that going to be continually rewarded to improve the network usage and also the scale of the network. So yeah, this is about it.
Yeah. So talking about account abstraction, right? It's been like a big talking point, right? For a normal user, what does it actually means on incentive?
Yeah, for a normal user, you can come now talking as a 5 year old, you know, what I did, for example, with my mom and my dad and my family members and stuff.
Yeah.
I was opening them an account, right? And when I open the account, you can just go to the portal
Yeah. Yeah.
.incentive.io, and you can choose opening an account with passkey. You're gonna put
Yeah.
your fingerprint or your face ID only, right? That's it. And now, if you're an outsider, you know, you never used blockchain before. Of course, we added up the seed phrase for backing up and stuff, just because you know, like of some people being you know, like paranoid and overthinkers, you know, like on matters of
Yeah.
where how can I save it and those type of stuff. But the thing
Yeah.
is that now is for those who never been in crypto, right? They can, or for those who are in crypto still, but you know, like want to operate with their whatever, they can easily be onboarded. We have the unified engine, which, for example, you can pay fees with whatever tokens that you're holding, and the engine is automatically gonna, you know, like convert them into cent and execute the transaction with cent. So you don't have to hold cent to execute a transaction. Instead, you can do it with USDC, USDT, BTC, ETH, or whatever tokens that you're holding on your wallet that have a value that can be compared, you know, like to the value of the gas that you're spending. So also on the same time, it has the smart wallet, so that has a lot of upsides, you know, like for institutions, for you know, like different type of web applications on Web 2 as well, right, where they want to integrate blockchain, right? But blockchain feels super confusing, and seed phrases seems super confusing. Opening a wallet, connecting a wallet seems super. So what you can do is just integrate it right away. For example, if you have a Web 2 app, you know, like whatever, you can easily create an account with account abstraction, you know, and start interacting right away with your email, with your face ID, with your passkey, you know, with your fingerprint or whatever. So the thing is that is super feature to mass onboard, you know, like users. And I believe that is going to be taken as an example on the coming 5 years. Incentive is going to be taken as an example, as a easy entry point, you know, like to blockchain and interacting with blockchain, you know? So that's the main reason why we wanted to do on a counter abstraction, like native law protocol.
Speaking of mainnet, right? It's very unusual, like, and we haven't seen it before that somebody launches mainnet before TG, and that's really unusual for people like who, when somebody hears mainnet, they're like, where's your token,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, where's your token? Like, what am I earning? Like, because I'm not able to see what I'm earning, right?
Yeah.
So, why did you make that decision?
So this is a decision that every other layer one would make if they had the possibility to do so, right? The reason why I'm saying is that we have the I just like I said, we have the incentive, like account abstraction, and also the unified engine and paymasters that like made this happen. So even if you don't hold, basically the 10 token is there, right? Is on the mainnet. Every transaction that you do right now is going to be executed with 10, which it means that every time that you do a transaction, that amount of fees that you're paying is being bought the 10 token and executed the transaction with 10, right? Just that, because of our unified engine, you can come with your USDC or ETH or BTC or whatever, and you can pay the transaction with USDC, ETH or whatever, and those USDC gonna be taken from the unified engine, gonna be converted into cent, and gonna execute the transaction in cent. So under the hood is still cent, like executing the transactions and everything from a technical perspective. But why we were able to do this is because of the unified engine and account abstraction, and also at the same time, I told everyone, and also I'm telling you guys now as well, that proving usage before being attached to a price chart, is way more powerful than just going out there without no one using your mainnet, still no one knowing what the fuck you build, right? You know how many investors, for example, that we have that are super bullish to not sell, right? Just because they saw the mainnet working on real time, right? And this tells a lot, right? Because we have a lot of investors saying, yo, this shit is fucking crazy, right? This is working perfectly. This is how it should. I know what you're talking about, like I know what you guys are talking and stuff. So a lot of people are incentivized, not a lot, but 99.9999% or 100% of the investors are willing to lock themselves in, like on different type of initiatives on incentive, just because that we proved that this shit works out, and even before going with a attached token to it. So now when we go out with the Epoch One or TGE or whatever that we want to call it, now the the volatility is going to be way lower, and also on the same time is going to be a prediction on where like the price it can go based on the usage, based on the demand, based on everything else, right? And it's not just assuming, yo, we have shit on. It's not based on hype, right? Incentive is not based on hype. I don't give a fuck if every fucking one in the space is talking about incentive if I didn't had those things, like on the protocol, because it's not hype based. It's actual, like math, and we can't argue math. Like no one can argue math, and because of the calculations and economic models and everything else that the team, like all the engineers and all the team members did till now, which it proved that it actually works out. This is the math. This is where we can predict what's going to happen. This is where we're not going to say, yo, it is what it is, like exchanges fucked us, VCs fucked us, like that's it. There's no those excuses. If you have experience on the space, you can avoid those excuses, like and move forward. And those are super super fucking. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention the word that I love mentioning, but those are super gay excuses, and I don't care about like those type of.
There you go. I was sure, man. I was sure he was say. I was about to say this. I was sure, man.
So yeah, like this is the vibe that we
Yeah,
have on incentive right now.
yeah,
We need to have this type of use
yeah,
first, knowing the demand, and
yeah.
uh, and also being connected. Every action that you do, it needs to be a demand for the token, which it also like evaluates on the pricing levels as well.
Before moving forward, I think let's talk about a few things. I don't know how you will feel about it, but obviously there's been a noise around past acquisitions and some concerns from the community, right? And I think there's no project out there which has not faced it, right? But the way Incentive has handled it, that's pretty much commendable, man.
Yeah,
There were multiple times when it's been happening, right? So
yeah.
can you speak to what actually happened?
Yeah, 100%. And I'm gonna
Yeah,
now. This is the we have a lot of community members that were telling me, "Yo, why I'm not, like responding to those guys." I'm not gonna
yeah,
respond to anyone who writes a tweet about incentive where I know this fucking space. All of those
yeah,
tweets are just a copy paste from another fucking creator to farm engagements on it. Like trying to find a narrative and shit like that. I don't care about that. Now the thing is that incentive had the team other team, like before, right? It was like 2 years ago, 1 year and a half or whatever before I came in, right? And it wasn't even big. It didn't even scratch the surface, like even having that type of user base or anything else, And we came in as a team, and we said, "Yo, we need to change a lot of things here," like starting with the team, right? And there was a guy which he was founder of Cardano, which is Koji, and we had a lot of acquisitions that Koji is the founder of Incentive and all of those things, which is not true, right? Koji was on the beginning on Incentive in some like some activations about some institutional adoptions and stuff like that, which we didn't saw it needed anymore. We have like a middle ground with the previous team, and we said, okay, if you guys can hand over the project, we are working on this, and we have a vision for this project. Like all the good understanding, all the best vibes and stuff like that, and it happened way long before people started talking about it, right? And we had some guys doing some tweets, like on how different team members, like are interacting with incentive or part of the incentive team and stuff. And they Arben went out and explained everything that is not true, like demanded everything that it was a baseless type of like acquisitions. And without us even being out there, people were telling that we are a scam. Why the fuck we are the scam? We didn't ask for money to anyone, right? We never asked for anyone for money, right? Have we did any type of public sale or anything that I remember? We never did, right? We didn't ask for it. We never took money from anyone. We were building, and we are building still, right? And we are building on fucking big time. And now you can, if you call me a scammer, you're a scammer your fucking self, right? Because what the fuck did I scam you? I built you the fucking product that no one else built. I built something that you guys never imagined that it's gonna be built. I built something and prove you guys wrong, that you guys were thinking that no, these motherfuckers just gonna do a TG and fucking dump the shit out. We didn't do the TG and dump the shit out. We didn't, and I have all the evidences of all the exchanges asking us to list, right? All the market makers asking us to provide liquidity. I don't do that shit. We are not doing that shit. If someone says incentive is a scam, based on what, right? Based on what you're saying that is a baseless type of acquisition, and that's why I'm mentioning this for the last time here, and I'm not gonna mention it. If you guys want to clip it or whatever the fuck you guys want to do, I'm not gonna mention this. No time, like anywhere else. Incentive is a project, a layer one project, a layer one protocol, where we proved everything that we said. We shipped everything that we said. We delivered everything that we said, and we are delivering continually everything that we are saying. If we say something and we don't deliver, we are fucking gays. Now the thing is, I'm not concerned what other people talk. I'm concerned what the how toxic this space is, and how much people believe and don't do researches. And now to come back to this is why we are at fucking zero, right? The mindset of those people who interact on blockchain, on crypto and stuff is below fucking zero, right? No one does proper research. If someone did proper research, like on saying, yo, why the fuck people are calling this a scam? Let me check, right? Nothing else. Let me just check for myself. I'm going to incentive community, super fucking active community, 400,000 people there, like super active, people talking, engaging, AMAs, all those things, founders and team, like being there nonstop. Okay, now this is a fact check. This seems good, right? This is a proper team that does proper things, right? Now, okay, let me do the second research. What did Incentive build till now that people are saying that not going to be built, right? They built testnet version 1, they built testnet version 2, they built the mainnet, they built the account abstraction, they built something that none of the other protocols did, right? We haven't forked any layer 1, right? We built it from fucking scratch, and it's gonna be a public type of a public source code for anyone who wants to fork it. So now the thing is that if you fact check those, right, and I strongly believe, now why I'm saying this is that the third, like fact check or research that other people need to do is, after all of those people talked shit about incentive, was the incentive team still building and active? Let me check that as well. And if you're a smart money investor, or whatever investor that you can be, you're gonna say, facts are that the community is active. I'm sorry for my language, it's Ramadan, and I'm really sorry for that. I just saw, but yeah, thanks a lot for heads up. Now, what I'm trying to say, if I'm an investor, how I do my investments, for example, I go and fact check everything. I go and see, those guys built something that actually is working. Those guys built something that actually is going to solve a problem. Those guys were keeping on shipping and delivering every day. And now, and those guys surpassed all the acquisition and viral trend that were going around them. And still built. Now I'm full convinced that I'm going to invest on this project. And I'm going to keep rocking with those guys, because those guys are building, right? Those guys are delivering, those guys are shipping. So those acquisitions are false acquisitions. And I'm to be honest, I'm not gonna even give the pleasure to anyone, like to respond to their tweets or whatever that someone can talk. Even that a lot of them who talked shit before, like they reached out to my DMs and saying that they apologizing about that, like, and seeing the fact checks, and I truly respect them. And now this is about it. Is full of false accusations, full of non-facts, like type of claims. And I'm gonna stand behind it with everything that I have. And for those who know me, I work closely with a lot of governments. Work closely with a lot of exchanges and like institutions and stuff. For me, reputation is everything, because this is why I'm here for it. Like till now. But everything that I achieved so far is by protecting my reputation and keeping responsibility for everything that I did. And I stand behind on everything that we are doing. And that's why I set my face on incentive on everything that we are doing, because I strongly believe that we are doing the right thing. And the right thing going to be reflected on the price action, is going to be reflected on the demand afterwards, and it's going to be reflected on the institutional adoption on government levels that we are working closely with a lot of governments as well. So yeah.
I think that was the clear answer for the people who have been just putting out the buzz out there and just trying to gain some attention, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, the more you react, the more they get happy, right? That's how it works, right? So it's more like it's better to ignore these kind of things rather than just reacting on it, because it's just puts more fuel, right? It's more like they get more motivated that, okay, maybe something's getting affected, right? But yeah, let's get back to the main talk, man. Because the month of Ramadan, that's
Yeah,
that's
alhamdulillah. Yeah,
yeah,
we were
alhamdulillah, yeah.
fasting all day. Like we just ate iftar, and Ramadan Kareem for everyone who's
Yeah,
Muslim and like and fasting. And hopefully, this Ramadan is gonna affect your lives in the best way possible. Like, and make you reflect on everything that you guys did before, and make a world a better place, inshallah.
inshallah, inshallah. So, speaking of the incentive platform, right? For every platform, developers are like a backbone, right? They are the ones who have been developing. So, how are you supporting the developers, right? And what does incentive offers the builders that other L1s do not?
So the beauty of, just like I mentioned, we have the incentive plus engine, which is an engine that incentivizes even developers and everyone else, like to to build on incentive.
Yeah.
Let me get this clear, because I don't want to talk too much technical, like, so you guys can like have this whole thing more clear and more understanding. If you build on incentive, right, and we endorse you as from Incentive Plus engine, and from the incentive portal as well, it means that you're going to have the full SDK of everything that is on incentive, like the concept section, the like unified engines and everything else. And also on the same time, now the thing is that on the same time, that every time that your DApp get used on incentive network, you're going to be allocated with incentive tokens, right? Now, you as a DApp, even if you're not too much profitable, like on your business model and stuff, you need to utilize the protocol of incentive to be rewarded and continually contributed, like on your things that you're building. So if you have a DEX building on incentive, or if you have a game building on incentive or whatever, you're gonna be rewarded for every time a user interacts on your DApp. Now, as a DApp, you can incentivize your users from the protocol of incentive to interact with your DApp on incentive. Right now, if I'm building a DApp on incentive, I'm gonna tell my users, come and do actions on my DApp on incentive, because you're gonna get rewarded as well. Continual reward, not one-time airdrop and stuff. Like continual reward for those who gonna use the DApps built on incentive, and also for the DApps built on incentive. Now that's the beauty of it. And beside that, we support all the developers with like engagements, with user acquisition, with all of the DApps that are built on incentive right now. 90% of their user base is from incentive itself, which we drive different type of quests, different type of like incentivizes for towards those DApps to be used from our community as well. So building on incentive is a heaven for builders, and this came out of some builders who were continually building on blockchain, build this thing, and is the backbone of everything that is happening on incentive. That's why now we are incentivizing other different type of DApps that have other networks integrated. Now this is the beauty, because we can go on any type of any other DApp that is be built on BNB or Ethereum or Base or Aptos or Arbitrum or whatever. If your users use your DApp on incentive, I'm going to reward your users continually, because I have the economic models for that, right? And now you're going to incentivize your users to use incentive. I'm not going to compete with anyone, like saying that this layer one is bullshit, this is bullshit, this that. You get what? It's not that. I'm going to compete with protocols based on the economic models, and let's put our economic models into a cage of like a MMA cage, and let them compete, right? Let the economic models compete. Let them like show themselves. And I strongly believe that we have a winner as an economic model on incentive for DApps, users, liquidity providers, and miners as well.
I think if any developers are listening to us and they haven't signed
What
up
else? What
on,
else you want? No, no,
yeah,
yeah.
what
Tell
else?
me, what else? I just need to understand. Sorry, sorry.
So, Shahid, tell me about, like, what's your plan for the next 3 to 6 months, right? What's the roadmap?
Now the plan for the next 3 to 6 months, first is TGE. Now the next step is TGE. Even those
Yeah,
who will start, like interacting right now with incentive, it's not
yeah,
late, right? It's still early as fuck. And now next steps are TGE, and also decentralizing the whole network. Like continuing to open the gates for more miners and also for more contributors. And there's going to be a lot of good things that I can't disclose right now, but we're going to connect a lot incentive as a proof of work consensus with compute power that is being super demandful, like on the AI world as well. So incentive is going to be big on AI as well, and we are just preparing everything so everything can be, like ready to fucking launch. And also on the same time is going to be that type of vibe of actual utility for incentive. So next step is TGE, and after TGE, everything starts there, and we're gonna have those type of vibes of just interacting and improving and making it a seamless, like experience for everyone on incentive.
Speaking of TG, that's the kind of a topic I think everybody has been waiting about, and everybody wants to know more about, right?
Yeah.
So tell us more about TG, maybe a timeline, your approach, what the community could expect.
Yeah, so the thing is that TGE right now is the main focus. We are working closely with our partners, as such as the exchanges where we're going to be listed, market makers, like different type of entities and everything else. TGE is going to be the start of everything that, and I don't call it TGE, by the way. I call it Epoch One. Because Epoch One is going to be the start of everything that Incentive Plus gives, and also everything that the protocol gives. You guys gonna expect it. You guys can expect it as soon as possible for the TG to come. Like on incentive. There's some factors that is blocking it. Like to happen ASAP. But we are working continually to make it a seamless. Like a experience that everyone gonna take it as an example. And my main focus right now and is being recorded live and everything else is that I'm gonna make everyone who faded regret, like on the actions that gonna be happening on incentive, and that's a mission for every single one of us. While building a product that is actually solving problems, is gonna revolutionize, like the whole type of interaction on chain, and on the same time, showcasing that you guys were fucking wrong. Like whoever faded incentive, it wasn't to be faded, right? And is something that we are working towards continually, and it's not because of us. To be honest, none of the team members, like got rich or is about to get rich from incentive. It's not even there. Like a lot of us work, like without any type of incomes or anything. But we are committed to make this a successful launch and also successful protocol for everyone who believed, everyone who contributed, and everyone who going to
Yeah.
contribute to the new online space. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome, man. I think the people who are still not part of the incentive ecosystem, I think they must be thinking that maybe if they're too late for that, right? Do you think they're too late, or they can still come up and be a part of it?
No, they're not late at all.
Yeah.
The thing is that incentive right now is I told you guys, even if you guys join on Epoch One, you're not late. But if you want to utilize Epoch Zero on max capacity, like and get the best out of it, I believe, and I know, that you need to utilize this time. You need to do actions, and you need to utilize on transactions, on interacting on chain, and everything else. So for Epoch Zero, I would say to rush things up and catch up on the train. Like while is moving right now. For Epoch One, even on TG, when you join, is you're still like early. But for Epoch Zero, to maximize airdrop and utility and like and everything else, I would say for you guys to be active and also utilize this time, because to be completely honest, bro, it's not financially, it's not in our interest, like for a lot of people to participate, because we're gonna give a lot.
Yeah.
But like technically is in our interest for a lot of people to participate, like because we need to prove that the network actually maintains, and also network is ready for the mass adoption that is coming towards incentive. And I said that there's over like billions of users that are potential users of incentive because of the tech that like is implemented there. And I see Avul, which is one of the most active committee members, asking, as Shine, is it true that incentive will not enter Binance Alpha? So that everyone knows, yes, it's true. And I said this on the AMA as well. I'm not going to give 4% of the supply to people who never interacted with our mainnet or with our blockchain. I rather give those to our committee, like who actually are improving the experience on chain. And yeah, so that's just to disclose that for everyone to know. I'm not going to follow the like the blueprint that leaded to failure for most of the protocols that got launched on the past 2 years.
Yeah, so I think this gives a clear message to the people
Yeah,
who have not been taking it seriously.
we're not speculating anymore. We are
Yeah,
talking what's happening, right? And
yeah.
this is what's happening. I have offers from anyone, like everyone on the space, even VCs, even exchanges and stuff like that. But we know that what works best, and we're gonna do what works best, and what works best for our community, for our engineers, for our like developers, for our liquidity providers, for our investors, and everyone else. So this is our main concern, and because of that, we're not gonna play the same blueprint that
Mm.
was played, like on the past 2 years.
Awesome, and I think this has been a very interesting conversation that we are past 1 hour mark, right? It's
That's
one
fun.
hour 5 minutes, and the time flew, right? It couldn't feel like we were here for that long.
Yeah,
So,
love it, love it, love it.
Shine, let's wrap this up with one final question, right? Uh, for someone listening who's never used incentive and is a builder, is a user, or who's somebody who's just watching a stream right now, like what would be your message to them, and what should they pay attention to now?
So if you're a builder, if you want to build something, make sure to reach me out directly on my DMs or anywhere that you find me. I'm fully active with the builders and the community as well. Now, for the builders, you expect all the best things. I'm gonna give you everything that you need in order for you to build something good. Like and be interacting on chain. Now, for the users, I would strongly suggest to maximize this timing that we have until Epoch One to like have their to get used to incentive network, to use incentive as a network, and also to participate on the reward mechanisms that incentive is giving. Just to prove it, like to you guys, we have the incentive plus cashback live on the portal right now, where people can see actual allocation that they're gonna get, like on TG based on their cashback that they are having. On top of that, we have the whole type of narrative of every action that counts, like on incentive. There's another layer that's gonna contribute, like on the reward mechanism that you guys are gonna receive or gonna be part of. And also on the same time, I would suggest to give feedbacks, honest feedbacks, like, and also spread the word about what's happening on incentive. It's not a speculation anymore. Everything that I said tonight is a proven a thing that happened on incentive, and is happening on incentive. And also on the same time is the thing that incentive is math based, not speculation based, not hype based, and is a community driven layer one. And as this, we're gonna prove a point to every builder, like every institution, every outsider, every retailer, whatever, that you can build cool things that are useful and can solve problems, and not have the Ponzi scheme type of implemented on their economic model. So yeah, thanks a lot for having me, Strack, and thanks a lot from Surgence team as well for working continually, like on incentive, and maintaining everything that's being to maintain. We are a great combo. I strongly believe on making things possible, and this is just the beginning. You guys
I
can
I
see.
have one question.
Yes,
One
go
question. One more question. When
for
are
it.
you going bald again, man?
No, inshallah, I'm going to Umrah if there's possible for me, this year,
MashaAllah.
inshallah, and I'm gonna go bald again.
All right, all right. Now, for all of the people asking, for all the people requesting it, you got your answer. You
Yeah,
got your answer.
my,
Let's
my,
go.
my wife also is on my fucking neck, like all the time, to go bald
Bro,
again.
I'm telling you what I'm telling you. Bald is the way. Bald
Bro,
is the way. Let's do
I'll rush it. You know.
it.
No, I
Thank
fucking
you so much, man. Thank
thanks
you
a
so
Yeah,
lot
much.
for having me.
thank you so much, Shine, for your time. It's a pleasure to have you with us, and it's been a great journey with you. And we see so many years with you. Let's see how the time goes. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Mainnet is live. Systems are running. This is the clear just to start. Head to portal.incentive.io. Right, join the Discord and start, making your actions count. Until next time, guys, thank you so much. Have a good night or a good morning, what are you guys having, right? See you guys.
See you
Thank you,
guys.
Shine. Have a good day.